Hello, my friends. My name is Dr. Leon Rebelsky. We are continuing our meetings in the scope of the Trading Academy, Qubit Life. Qubit Life is a company that helps you to achieve your financial goals. And the financial goals are extremely important. I don't know where you are right now, whether you are in the Far East, whether you are in the Far East, or whether you are in the Americas. I don't know what the political or economical situation in your country is, but one thing I know, Qubit Life can help you to better your economical situation, and that, of course, matters in any kind of conditions. Again, my name is Dr. Leon Rebelsky. We are in the Qubit Life Trading Academy, and I have very, very interesting things for you today. Okay, let me turn what I prepared for you today. Today we're going to talk about a couple of as far as I understand, very interesting things. To me, they are very, very interesting always. Well, first of all, we were talking about crypto markets reviews, like always, what happened, and something amazing actually happened today. Tonight, actually, I woke up to, I'm not going to say to a different crypto world, but a very, very good example of something that we talked about a lot. Now, with industry news, I mean, these are major news that define the development of the industry, and B, the news that show that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other crypto assets becoming the real part of our life. And then I'm going to talk about, I mean, like there is a saying, only a lazy one did not talk about DOGECOIN yet. We're going to talk about DOGECOIN, even though I'm not like a terrific fan of it, of trading with DOGECOIN, but it's something that all of you need to know what it is. And then I'll give you one of the best strategies, one of the really best strategies to trade in any markets, not only crypto markets. And with this strategy, you will be doing extremely well and making a lot of money. Okay, so Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and Litecoin. I don't know whether you saw already what happened to Bitcoin today. I woke up this morning and I was stunned. I was stunned. This is a daily chart, and this is you see this candle. I mean, amazing. Let's look at it. It will be a little bit better on a 4-hour chart. Look at this. I mean, at some point, all of a sudden, Bitcoin started falling. And we know that Bitcoin is the engine for all other cryptos. And let's see what happened to, for example, to Ethereum. Look at the volatility of today. This is today for 4 hour. This is 4 hour. The one that we had before was daily chart. Look at this. I mean, within extremely, let's go back to Bitcoin, for example. Within very, very short time, like maybe less than 12 hours, Bitcoin fell from 57 to all the way down to 45,000. I mean, can you imagine this? I can't. Something major must have happened. Well, to make this long story short, I mean, we're already back, we're moving back. And there are no technical reasons for Bitcoin behaving like this. There is only fundamental reason. And what is it? Mr. Elon Musk, who won like a couple of months ago by buying what is it? I think it was like 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin and putting it on the balance of Tesla, his car company, gave great push for Bitcoin to rise. Okay, it was really the start of to the moon movement. So he sort of canceled it yesterday, sort of. What happened? He, I think about a month ago, he announced that Tesla is going to accept, Tesla car company, is going to accept crypto as a payment for their services and the cars. Yesterday, he retracted this statement. He said that Tesla is no longer going to accept Bitcoin as payment for company services and company products. And that, of course, this is what happened. I mean, nothing really changed. Nothing changed. I mean, Tesla didn't sell any Bitcoins. MicroStrategy didn't sell. Grayscale, but nothing happened. It's just the words of a very, very powerful, not only in economical sense, but also in sense of influencing the situation in the world, the economical situation and state of mind situation, even more than economical, statement of such a person like Elon Musk. So you see what happened. BTC is down, but it's already actually retracted more than half of its of the decline. So we are talking about technical indicators and technical analysis and fundamental analysis. Sometimes when major people like heads of central banks of some countries, or when they say something or announce statistical results, it influences the market. It influences the market. Same thing happened here. But it does not influence the market in a real way. So we have a small retraction. Well, small, I'm sorry for using this word. We have a major retraction, but I think we are on the way back. And if you look at the daily chart, you see already the stochastic oscillator is starting to show the movement up, and you can see it on that's on a daily chart, and you can see it very well on the 4-hour chart. So basically, I'm sure there are many people in the world who decided to use this for additional profits. If you are an investor, don't pay attention to this. If you're a trader, buy more. Well, I mean that I'm buying more. I'm not saying that you should, but I'm telling you what I'm doing. Okay, as I said, Ethereum, it's very, very difficult to stop this to the moon movement of Ethereum. Still, the statement of Elon Musk made a very, very big effect on it. Now it's moving back up. It seems like if you look at this chart, you don't see much difference from overall behavior. Litecoin, same as Bitcoin, we talked about it. Ripple also, volatility of today's is huge. So what does this teach us? It teaches us that the market is very, very susceptible to the opinion of people who do not own the market, but whose opinion is very respectable in the business world, in the business community, like Elon Musk or Mike Novogratz or some other people like that. So this is what we see. Now, I showed you this chart. Let's talk about what I prepared for you today. I showed you this slide last week. These are the 10 most important, in opinion of many people, cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin. We talked about Cardano and Polkadot last time. The technology of these two altcoins is incredible, and of course they should be somewhere up here near Ethereum. Binance, Tether, Ripple, I mean, there is a huge and very, very good technology behind them. But there is one coin that is missing from this. And the coin whose actually moon flight also began with Mr. Elon Musk. What is it? I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It's DOGECOIN. DOGECOIN is a phenomenon that not too many people can understand what's happening with it. Not people in business, not experts, because what is it? It's what started as a joke, sort of as a joke. It's also a cryptocurrency. It's digital money. You can pay with it. It's very, very different from Bitcoin in the sense that Bitcoin, actually, after all, you remember, is a real original blockchain proof of concept technology, is groundbreaking. I mean, the change of the world started and continuing with Bitcoin. What is Dogecoin? It's a digital coin with a picture of a dog on it. Nice, right? I like it actually. I am not a dog person, I'm a cat person, so I'm thinking about cat coin. But nevertheless, it started as a joke. But the joke turned out to be on Bitcoin. Why? From the moment the Bitcoin was created, it increased in value by 7,700%. That is 77 times. From the time the Dogecoin was created, it increased in value in 200,000%. The joke is on Bitcoin. So basically, let's talk in details. I mean, these are all jokes, sort of. Let's talk in details what exactly it is and what is happening with it. Oh yeah, and I forgot. Even it's the most transferred cryptocurrency of all time. Here you see the chart of Bitcoin transactions. They are more or less on the same level. And Dogecoin, this is of course the peak. Even when the peak is passed, even as we moved back to like normal state of Dogecoin, it's still the number of transaction. It's almost twice as much, twice as high as that of Bitcoin. So what is it anyway? I mean, it started as a simply meme-based cryptocurrency, but it increased in value 50% rise between May 4 and May 5th, just one day, remember. The surge kicked out Robinhood trading app, Vazix, a trading platform in India. They all crashed because a lot of people started buying it. Joke? Well, sort of a joke. So let's answer a few questions. What is Dogecoin? How does it work? If we compare it to Bitcoin, what is it? Is it a good investment? And finally, because we're all here for one and simple reason, you and me and everybody else in Qubit Life, we're here for profit. Should you buy Dogecoin? Okay, light-hearted joke, original story. Nevertheless, very, very good popularity right now. And by now, it's the number 4 Dogecoin, altcoin of all. The Bitcoin, the first, Ethereum, Binance, and Dogecoin. A good joke, I think. I like a good joke. So how does it work? I already said that it's a simple cryptocurrency. It runs on its own blockchain technology. Everybody in the community can have identical copy of the ledger, and every new transaction, of course, is recorded in the ledger. It could be used for payments. It could be used for peer-to-peer payments. It's not a very effective store of value. I will talk about it in a few minutes. But for payments, it's very good. And it's even better in a way than Bitcoin. Because it takes about 10 minutes to process and to ratify, to confirm a new block. It takes only 1 minute on the Dogecoin blockchain. Well, there are even faster blockchains, but if we're comparing Dogecoin and Bitcoin. But there is a negative thing if we compare Bitcoin and Dogecoin. Negative in the sense of store of value, as I was talking about a minute ago. Dogecoin does not have any lifetime cap. Bitcoin, as we all know, have 21 million lifetime cap, and when the 21 millionth block Bitcoin is minted, that's it, no more. Dogecoin can be created as many as you wish, millions, hundreds of millions of it. So basically, of course, it dissolves the value of Bitcoin, of Dogecoin. How to buy it? Very simple. There are several major exchanges that you can buy Dogecoin at, like Binance, Kraken. Right here, this is a bit degree. So there are different exchanges. So what you need to do, you need to deposit money, go through verification, and then you can buy it. By the way, an interesting piece of information. Coinbase, which right now is the exchange on everybody's mind, they do not accept or support Dogecoin. Is it a good investment? It's hard to say. It's a good short-term investment, obviously. I mean, people who buy Dogecoin, who bought Dogecoin in the beginning of this year, many of them increased their the amount in their bank account in many folds. But it's not the same investment in terms of long term. It's not like Bitcoin, and simply because it does not have the lifetime cap. So it's more like a payment instrument. Should you buy one? Again, it depends on your purposes. If you bought in the beginning, as I said already, in the beginning of this year, you've been very well rewarded. Right now, we don't know. So I think it's a good thing to buy, but not to put all your money in it. That's for sure. An amazing thing, as I said, forget Bitcoin. I mean, if we compare Bitcoin to Dogecoin again, people who, for example, who got their stimulus checks, you know what it is. Stimulus checks is how the U.S. government supports people who went through difficult situation due to the corona. The stimulus check is $3,000 per citizen. In the beginning of the year, you would have invested $3,000 of this check in Dogecoin. Well, it's already on the screen, so you don't have to guess. You would have had 500,000. Amazing. To me, it's amazing. Oops, why do I have this? Okay, one of the slides that I had before actually told you about a situation about one of the creators. It's in Russian, so never mind. I mean, I simply did not put an English language slide in here. You know, it's a funny story. The guy who actually one of the founders of Dogecoin in 2015, 6 years ago, he sold most of I think of his Dogecoin stash, and for the money that he got for it, he bought himself a nice Honda Civic car, a very nice Honda Civic car. The funny thing is that right now, the overall capitalization, total capitalization of Dogecoin is higher, almost twice as high as capitalization of the whole Honda car company, which is about 45 or 50 billions. Dogecoin is about 80 billions. So that was a good, I mean, there are lots of stories about this, and I think I will devote one of our meetings to telling you the sad and funny story about people who exchange their coins in the beginning, not thinking that they're going to make them rich for pizza or a Honda car or something like that. Now, Dogecoin, now from the serious point of view, 1 in 4 American investors believes that Dogecoin is the future. I don't know what exactly is meant by the future in this particular survey, because it's definitely not the technological future. It's definitely not the investment future because of absence of the cap. But still, this is something, it just means that market is moving up. Dogecoin market is still moving up. Okay, so now let's talk about, I almost said, about real cryptocurrency. Well, Dogecoin is also a real cryptocurrency. There is a blockchain behind it, and it's number 4. And let's talk about number 2, cryptocurrency number 2. It's of course Ethereum, and the way it's behaving last couple of weeks is amazing. Not even weeks, I mean, couple of months, I would say, is amazing. I mean, when we saw the correction in Bitcoin price, when we saw the correction in Bitcoin move up, there were practically no correction in Ethereum. Seems like nothing can stop Ethereum from going to the moon, and there are reasons for that. And the reasons are actually mapped out by the company ARK Invest. It's one of the major investment companies in the world. Well, first of all, of course, the institutional investment. Institutional, like European Investment Bank, Visa, MasterCard, all these companies are using validated the Ethereum blockchain. And they are going to issue and settle Ethereum cases. Then, of course, the move of DeFi, decentralized finance, and NFT, non-fungible tokens, which are both based on the Ethereum blockchain, of course, gave it a very great push up. Then, of course, the development that we're going to see, hopefully sometime very soon, in June, I think, we talked about a very, very important issue of a lifetime cap on a product. There is no lifetime cap on Ethereum as well, the same as on Dogecoin, but the founders of Ethereum are coming up with a new protocol, the protocol that is going to eliminate coins that are used already in the smart contract or in other protocol developments. And that, of course, is going to bring the number of coins down. And that, of course, is also going to be very, very beneficial for the Ethereum price increase. Well, there are people, and very, very respected people, who are saying in like 3 years, Ethereum is at 20,000. Remember, it's at about 4,000 right now. Well, actually, it's already less after Elon Musk, Mr. Musk remark. But 20,000 by 2025, that is all the prediction. The prognosis is made based on technical analysis, on fundamental analysis. It's a very, very important and respected panel that made this prediction. So I would think about this prognosis very, very seriously. And I also recommend all my colleagues and to that Ethereum, and actually I already said this before, you miss the train once, you don't want to miss it second time. Ethereum is maybe the second chance, second in a lifetime chance to become filthy rich. Well, since we're talking about Ethereum in that sense, there are very, very knowledgeable people. That's a chief investment officer of Morgan Greek Capital. I mean, this is probably like the first 10 people in investment world of this world, in the investment world. Well, they predict that Bitcoin is going to go to 250,000. I'm just mentioning it. I'm not going to spend too much time on Bitcoin today on talking about it, but I'm just mentioning it because we just made the prognosis for Ethereum. Obviously, we want to know where the major cryptocurrency is going to go to. And Mr. Mark Yuska, who is the chief investment officer, considers Bitcoin not only from the point of view of being the most important and the most known crypto asset, But also it says that the new world that started with Bitcoin is not going to shut the doors anytime soon. And in that sense, I mean, since we started talking about the price of Bitcoin, another very respected person, Mike Novogratz of MicroStrategy and Galaxy Digital, says that the price of Bitcoin is already so high that it's very difficult to even on the exchanges. Almost no one trades in Bitcoin, in one Bitcoin, two Bitcoins. Most of people trade in a portion of Bitcoin. And we all know that the smallest portion of Bitcoin is called Satoshi, SATS. And there it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 digits after the decimal point. And his suggestion is that exchanges should start trading in Satoshis. I think that's a very good idea because people are still, even now, people are trading in the portions of Bitcoin. So let's give these portions the name. By the way, here on this picture, it says SATS or BITS, bits, and it also goes for BTC. It's 1,000th part of Bitcoin. Well, now I'm going to talk very briefly about companies and major developments that actually embrace the industry. PayPal, due to their venture into the cryptocurrency business, showing the best quarterly results ever. And they know why it is so. And they, of course, that comes from the president and CEO of PayPal, Mr. Schulman. And of course, they're not going to stop their venture into crypto. In India, remember, we talked a lot about India, about the very difficult situation with cryptocurrency regulation in India. And one very positive development came this week. National Payment Corporation of India are not going to are not going to ban the cryptocurrency transaction that go through VPN. And that is a very important step. Unified payment interface that is like interbank transaction payment technology is going to accept the cryptocurrency. That is a very good news, very positive news from India. UBS, the largest bank of, or one of the largest, I don't remember exactly, one of the largest banks in Switzerland, and so obviously in the world, is going to start offering crypto investment to their wealthy clients. Why to wealthy clients? I mean, they explain it by the fact that crypto is still very volatile. And it seems like they care about clients, and volatility can wipe out a bank account very quickly. That's why they're only talking about the wealthy clients yet. Now, in Georgia, that's in Caucasus, National Bank of Georgia issued call for companies in the fintech sector to come up with ideas for developing this sector in Georgia, to developing a digital currency. They want to employ new technologies to raise, as they say, to raise the efficiency of the country's payment system. And of course, digital currencies is a very good step in the right direction. And well, I'm not going to say only funny, but on an amusing site, UFC, that's the fighting, the company that accepts most of the, not accepts, I'm sorry, organizes most of the fighting events in the world, is talking about launching their own fan token. Well, The token will be used for both purchasing the tickets and different memorabilia. And actually, they're hoping that the token is going to increase in value, because in this case, there is going to be a lifetime cap of number of tokens issued. Okay, just want to remind you, I mean, this is a usual part of this is like a commercial break. I mean, if you want to trade, if you want to make money in the market, you either trade yourself, or you allow the robots to trade for you, or you use the signals that are provided by Qubit Live. Robots, just want to remind you, there are flat, trend robots, and they're very, very efficient, very easy to connect to. And there is also a smart robot, which with amazing return. I mean, if I can beat the flat and trend robot in terms of return, I don't think I can beat the smart robot. Well, for a simple reason, it uses way more different technologies to make a decision to buy or to go into the market or go out. And also it works 24 hours a day. I don't. Now, if you want to do it, as I always say, if you want to do it yourself, but don't know exactly when to enter the market, you can use our trading signals, Qubit Live trading signals. You can subscribe every day, every month, I would say. There is about 25, 30 trading signals, both in long positions and short positions, and they're also very, very effective. But if you want to learn how to trade yourself, and that is, I think, the best way of making money. For me, for example, it's most pleasant way of making money, to know what you're doing and how to make, when to open, when to close, and, you know, to understand the market. Next week, I'm going to conduct a series of 5 meetings, 5 special webinars, after which you will be able to consider yourself a professional trader, and you'll be able to make your own decisions. You'll be able to do trading yourself. Just follow the information on the site and on our channel, and you will know a lot more about it. Okay, now if you want to trade yourself, you need to know when to open a position and when to close a position. If you go to Google and type in trading strategies, I don't know how many billions of entries you will be sent to. Lots of these. I mean, some are very, very complicated, elaborate, using different and very, very serious technical indicators, strategies. The strategy, by the way, is not only an indicator. The strategy is knowing when to enter and which size of entry and when to exit. So basically, you will get lots of links to that. But what if you are a newcomer and you don't have too much time to do this, and you want to sit in front of your computer all the time? The strategy that I'm going to give you right now allows you to do very, very effective trading without spending years in training. This strategy is based on, and yeah, by the way, this strategy, because it's based only on technical analysis, no fundamentals, no nothing, is good for any kind of trading, crypto trading, stock trading, currency trading, which means forex, indices. It's good. It works for all of them, and it's very, very good. The strategy is based on special kind of candles. Why do we need them? Let's one step back. Let's say you already, like here, you see a piece of, these are Japanese candlesticks. Let's say you are somewhere here. Do we enter or not? Or if you entered somewhere here, for example, lower, do we exit or not? It's very, very difficult to make this decision based on regular candlesticks. That's what we call candlestick, Japanese candlesticks. But, oh yeah, by the way, and let's say you entered here. You got to this level. Do you exit here? How many of you who trade with your own knowledge, how many times it happened that you decide, okay, the trend is over. Now I want to exit, and you close the trade, and then all of a sudden you see that trend continues and continues, I don't know, 5, 10, maybe even more times than the amount of profit that you took. We know, I will show you a very, very good way how to deal with it right now. How do we use it? We are using special candles which are similar to Japanese candlesticks, but not quite. They are called Heiken Ashi candles. And the whole trend, the Heiken Ashi trading strategy, is used to identify the trend signals and to understand when the trend is over. It helps you to make a decision whether you should keep the trade open or you should close the trade. But let's first talk about in details what are Heiken Ashi candles. Here is the same portion of the market. These are traditional Japanese candlesticks, and these are Heiken Ashi. You see the difference not only in color. I mean, they're like more smoothed here than traditional candlesticks. But they also, for traditional candlesticks, you know, the next candlestick always starts where the previous one ends. It's not the case for the Heiken Ashi candles. You can see that it starts where in the middle of the previous candle. The reason for that is also, here you can see, this is where we start. It's right for the downward trend. It's right in the middle of the previous candle. If an upward trend, it's right in the middle of the previous. So it's very, very simple. For regular candlesticks, for Japanese candlesticks, each one of them is not in any way related to the one that was before or to the one that is going to be next. Heiken Ashi candles, very much related, they are connected. Every new one is based on the previous one. How? I will show you how it is calculated. I mean, the average price, the close is average price of the current bar, open, high, low, close of the previous bar. Same for open, it's 1/2. I mean, don't try to memorize it. If you decide to memorize it, I will send you this presentation, but just for you to understand where we're coming from. So, as I say, we close here, we open here. Then, remember, there is a high and there is a low for every candle. And this is how it is calculated for the high and for the low. Just word of caution. Don't bother to memorize these formulas. I mean, don't try to understand why it is calculated this way. I'm just giving you this as an information for you to know that why it is different and how it is different from the regular candles. The knowledge of how they're calculated will not help you to profit, but the knowledge how to use it will. It is giving you the information on the market. And this is the most important thing that you need right now. Okay, now, the regular candlestick, there are many, many different kinds of patterns. Not going to stop on any one of them. I mean, remember, death cross, golden cross, different kinds of crosses. I mean, bull candle, bear candle, and so on. There are only 3 kinds of Heiken Ashi patterns. 1, bullish bar, bearish bar, and indecision bar. You can see right here, every candle, basically almost every candle, in regular candlestick in Japanese, consists of the body. Let's go back a little bit for a second. Consists of a body of a candle, which means the opening price, the closing price, and of two small tails, wicks, at the bottom and at the top. And these are the high and level, and high and low where the market was during this time frame. For Heiken Ashi, for bullish, well, basically for Heiken Ashi, it's the same. There is the body of the candle, and then there are the tails up and tails down. The bullish bar is when you don't have a tail down, where you can only have a tail up. Bearish candle, the opposite. That's when you only have the tail down. And the indecision bars, when you don't know which way the market is going, in the first case, in the bullish bar, it's mostly when the market is in uptrend, bearish when the market is in a downtrend, and when the market is sort of in indecision, we have the third kind of bars, and that is the indecision bar. So this is how it goes. Let's say when the market goes up, we have only the bars without the tails at the bottom. Here we have all kinds of bars. And then when the market is going down, we have only the bars with, we only have the bars with the tails down. So now how do we make the entry decision? Some people, and I know a lot of people like that, say, oh yeah, I already know. If it's a bullish bar, we buy. If it's a bearish bar, we sell. No. If you do this, this is a very, very fast way to hell. I'm sorry to say this. I will define the rules, the entry rules for both long position and for the short position. Let's start from the long position. First of all, you need to define the time frame at which you're going to work. First of all, let's say I never go lower than 1 hour time frame, and I never go higher than daily time frame. If you're trading in 1 hour time frame, then you have to look at 1 hour time frame and the 4 hour time frames. If you're trading in 4 hour time frame, you have to look also at the daily time frame. So in an uptrend, we see this is an uptrend. The top of every next bar must be higher than the top of the previous one. The downtrend is the opposite. Okay, so if you want to buy, first of all, you need to be in the uptrend. In both in the time frame that you're trading and in the higher time frame. Then the second, this is the most important part. The second part is, you remember we talked about moving averages, exponential moving average and simple moving averages. I just want to remind you, the moving average is the smooth line of the way the market moves. They're calculated in a slightly different way. I'm not going to get into details of that, into it right now. But if you want to, you can look it up yourself. It's not very difficult. But what you need to know is that 10 EMA is making use of 10 previous points, 10 previous market points. 30 makes use of 30 previous market points. So if you want to buy, you want to make sure that the 10 EMA is higher than 30 EMA. Very simple. So what do we see? We see that 10 EMA is higher than the 30 EMA. And when we see the first bullish bar, I want to remind you, the bullish bar is a bar with only upper tail. This is the level where we buy. We set the stop loss as well. How do we do it? We set it on the level of the previous, the lower side of previous indecision bar. Here we set the stop loss. In order to do the short position, basically exactly the same, except we're looking for the first bearish bar. We enter and we set the stop loss above the previous indecision bar. Now, so we entered, now we need to exit, okay? So let's suppose we entered here, the first buy, and we're talking about the long position. We entered right here. We exit when we see the first fully bearish bar. We don't pay much attention to indecisions bar, like here, this one or this one. We are exiting when we see the first indecision bar. I'm sorry, the first bearish bar. Well, basically same. This is again illustration of what I just talked about. You can do this as many times as your market is moving up. And actually for the markets that we're dealing with, right now is a very, very good time to use this strategy because we're mostly in the trending markets. Exactly the same thing if we sold here with first bearish bar, we exit when we see the first bullish bar. Well, sometimes you don't take the full movement of the market, but you know, like one of the first things that I've learned in my trading experience, in one of the first levels of my trading education was it's better to close your trade one day earlier than a minute late. So here, as long as we're taking all this, as long as we're taking this, we're in a good situation, in a good position. So this is how it looks like if we are doing it on a real exchange. These are 30 and this is 10 EMA, and these are the bars, Heiken Ashi bars. So you can see that you can have many situations. For example, right here, we can see the first bullish bar, and we will exit somewhere here. And we will take rather significant profit. This is BTC USD. Don't remember, this is 4-hour chart. From here, 53.9, we could have taken to 58. Same, exactly same. Well, not here is not a very good example, but for example here, the first bar, bearish bar, and the first bullish bar here. So we would have exited somewhere here. This is a very, very efficient strategy, and I advise you to use it, first use it on paper, on a test net, on Binance, and then you'll be able to use it and make a significant amount of profit every time you do it. One of my, I teach classes in different places, and one of my students managed to increase, excuse me, managed to double her entry point by using this strategy in less than, I think, 2 weeks. Now, let's talk about a little bit, a few more things. We talk a lot about SEC, but usually it was in connection to the Ripple. Today, we're talking about this gentleman, Gary Gensler. He is a former MIT professor. He is going to be the new chairman of the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission. He is taking a very, very reasonable approach to cryptocurrency regulation. He understands that people are going to do this anyway, So he wants to set up a set of rules to help them to secure their fundings, and we'll see how exactly it's going to turn into come into life very, very soon. Kenyan capital markets regulator are taking a step back and are talking about need for new regulation, same as in Ghana. So Africa is actually going to be on the front line of crypto development. And well, basically that's about all I wanted to tell you. Please follow the news about information about next week webinars. They are going to be very, very effective and very useful for trading, for your trading. And I hope to see you there or at our next meeting next Thursday. These are the companies, the media resources that I use to put together the information that I pass to you. And I want to thank them and wish you very, very, very profitable trading. Goodbye. I'll see you next week.